Greetings, Star Wars community, and welcome to Star Wars World Reviews. And today in Star Wars Rewind, we're going to be looking back at some news that either happened this week or the past few weeks in our Star Wars universe. And more than just recapping news, this is also going to be a Star Wars Rant. So sit on, buckle up, and hit that hyperdrive because Star Wars World Reviews starts now. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Ro, and all the way from New York Comic-Con, Lucasfilm gave us what's going to be happening with the future comic books and also novels in our Star Wars universe. And this is where some of those things are a great idea, but most of them I kind of just roll my eyes and I thought, what are you doing, Lucasfilm? So apparently they're giving us a new Thrawn trilogy. You heard that right. We already had a Thrawn trilogy and now we're gonna get a second one. Now with this, I really don't care about Thrawn to this point. The reason why is because we haven't heard anything from him after what happened in the events of Rebels. If you guys remember, Ezra, got caught up in that wormhole with the space whales into space, and he went into the unknown reaches of outer space, and we don't know what happened to Thrawn and Ezra. And now we have Sabine with Ahsoka trying to find Ezra. So I don't know what else they're gonna give us beyond what we already saw in the first trilogy. And also we had a Thrawn comic book giving us his backstory and how he started in the Empire. So yeah, I guess Lucasfilm felt the need to give us another Thrawn trilogy, which I'm not gonna read. But for those of you guys that are Thrawn fans, this is something maybe that you are excited about and possibly wanna know more about Thrawn. I mean, we'll see how good this trilogy comes out to be. We're also getting another comic book series for Darth Vader. Now, this is the third comic book series for Vader. The first one was really good. I wasn't really interested in the second one. And now I guess Lucasfilm feels the need that we're gonna get a third one. The thing I wanna see in this comic book series is Order 66. Darth Vader, not Anakin, but Darth Vader executing Order 66. But unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna be seeing that in this comic book. They kind of did touch it in Rogue One. But to this point, what are they gonna tell us about Darth Vader that we don't know till right now? And I don't think a Darth Vader series is actually the thing that we need from the comic books, but I guess we'll see. Are you excited for Darth Vader comic book series? Comment below, let me know your thoughts. Now, Project Luminous is something I'm really excited about because Claudia Gray is attached to this project, and every single book she has put out, I really enjoy. It's not only her, but also a group of authors, and I'm hoping that it's a series of books regarding the Force and the Wills, maybe the midichlorians. I think those are the rumors surrounding this project, but whatever it is, I'm really excited and can't wait. And honestly, fingers crossed, it's just a series of books giving us more about the Force, because that's something that has been a mystery and speculations, and people have their own thoughts and ideas about what the Force is, and maybe this is something that can clear that out for the fans. And for those of you guys that like to collect the novels from the movies, yes, we're gonna get a Rise of Skywalker novel and also a junior novel, and this is where my rant comes in. I really don't like when Lucasfilm puts stuff in the novels that is not in the movies, and they expect us to know those things. They put stuff that is canon in the novels, and it just grinds my gears. So I'm hoping that Lucasfilm just sticks to whatever's in the movies to put it in a novel format. Don't give us more or less. Just copy whatever's in the movies, put it into the novel, because I know some people like to read the novels. And believe me not, The Last Jedi novel was better than the movie. So I guess, if you guys really looking forward to reading the novel because you don't like the movie, maybe you'll get a chance to get a better version of the movie in a novel format, and that will be a little bit after the movie comes out in December. And there's so much that came out in New York Comic-Con regarding the novels and the comic books, and I will put those links below if you guys want to read what's coming out in the future. But one thing that I really want to touch on is the new, I guess it's going to be a new Star Wars comic book storyline. If you guys don't remember or don't know, in 2017 they kind of revamped it again, the Star Wars mainline, I think that's what they're calling it. And they're giving us the story of, our main characters, Luke, Leia, Han, Chewie, C-3PO, R2-D2, after the events of New Hope. I think that's what it was. So they're gonna close that storyline and then jump in February all the way, I think, towards the end of Empire Strikes Back, moving forward to Return of the Jedi. Now, my issue with that is that a lot of the main storyline from 2017 till now just doesn't make sense. And I feel like they're gonna be doing the same thing after February. They're gonna give us storylines for these main characters that do not make sense. Some storylines were great and some of them were just like, what are you guys writing about? Like, you know, vampires? Like I feel that they're just putting out comic books to get people's money. And they need to really, hopefully, you know, with everything that's going on at Lucasfilm, hopefully they're looking at the books, they're looking at the comic books, and they're just focusing on either certain characters or certain storylines that just make sense. And if they want to make it canon, fine, but let it make sense. You know, I don't want to be spending money on comic books and the storylines are, you know, terrible, they're trash. So there's a lot of stuff coming out soon, and I know a lot of you guys probably do not read the comics or do not read the books, and it doesn't affect you guys, but a lot of it is canon, unfortunately. And hopefully after this new year, after, you know, the Rise of Skywalker, Lucasfilm gives us good content when it comes to books and comic books. And I also want to talk about Freddie Prinze Jr. and Rian Johnson. When it comes to Freddie Prinze Jr., he had a rant in a podcast, and I will leave that link below if you guys want to watch his rant. And I'm sure a lot of fans already heard about that rant, talking about the Force and the state of our Star Wars universe, and, you know, talking about how the trilogies work and how every trilogy was set for a different type of fans, you know, different type of kids at a different time. And 80% of what he said, I totally agree. He does have a colorful way of explaining, you know, his thoughts and his view. A lot of people agree to what he was saying, and a lot of people disagree. Like I said, I agree 80-90% of what he said, especially because of my thoughts of the Chosen One. My thoughts on the Chosen One is that there's always going to be a Chosen One for a certain type of situation. Like there was a Chosen One for the original trilogy, that was Luke and Leia. You know, they were chosen, even though Luke came out more of the forefront, Leia was more the, you know, part of the rebellion, the leader of the rebellion. For when it comes to the prequels, obviously Anakin was the Chosen One, but he fell, and now you have Rey as the Chosen One for this new trilogy. Those are my thoughts on the Force always choosing a Chosen One or maybe two Chosen Ones to balance. So I think Freddie Prinze Jr. kind of said almost along the same lines, but you know, fans, you know, being fans, they all riled up against what he said, or obviously for what he said. So comment below, let me know what are your thoughts about Freddie Prinze Jr. and his rant on the Chosen One. Like I said, I agree 90%, 80, 70, 80%, I'll say 80% of what he said, but your thoughts might be different. And when it comes to Rian Johnson, he had an interview on a red carpet. Now this was a little bit weird because he said that if Star Wars, okay, I'm not quoting it word by word, but I can put the quote in this video. If Star Wars or if Lucasfilm still wants to go on with his trilogy, he will be more than happy. But as of right now, he's working and focusing on his own projects. Now before, it was like a done deal. Rian Johnson was going to make, according to Captain Kennedy, was going to make the trilogy or his trilogy. And now it's more of a if coming out of his mouth. And now this gave fans some hope that he might not do it anymore. I honestly think he's a great director, not necessarily great for a Star Wars movie or the story that we got in The Last Jedi. Some people love The Last Jedi. I personally didn't like what he did to Luke. There's some things that are redeemable of The Last Jedi, but there are a lot of things that are like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. But what are your thoughts? Are you guys happy that Rian Johnson will be doing the trilogy, or are you guys more excited that he's not? You know, he might not do the trilogy. So comment below, let us know. And to end this video, a few weeks ago, Triple Force Friday happened a few weeks ago, and I put a poll here on this YouTube channel asking if you guys were gonna go out for Triple Force Friday, and the most upvoted answer was, what the heck is Triple Force Friday? Well, for those of you guys that don't know, Triple Force Friday happened here in America, and that's the day where they release the new toys for the video game, the movies, or the TV shows. And I know the hot commodity, the hot toy to have this Triple Force Friday was the Mandalorian, 6-inch or Black Series toy. Now comment below, let me know if you guys went out for Triple Force Friday, either midnight or the morning of. And when I went to my local Walmart, I didn't go the day off, but I went a few days later. They had still some toys, but I was kind of disappointed with the setup for Triple Force Friday. They didn't have a lot of stuff like the year before. And I'm not talking about product, but just the way things look. Because sometimes they do like awesome displays, and the displays were very, very underwhelming. They had a crate in the hallway, and they had a small setup in the aisle, and that was it. I found a lot of stuff, but just the setup looked kind of weird. But comment below, let me know if you guys went out either midnight or you just bought your stuff online. And maybe that's the reason why Walmart or Target just didn't try with their setup, because online shopping is a big thing. And also, we don't have Toys R Us anymore. I know Toys R Us used to do big events for Force Friday, and now obviously they're closed down. So comment below, let me know your thoughts on Triple Force Friday, and should Triple Force Friday just be, or Force Friday should be, a worldwide event instead of just being here in the United States. But with that, guys, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. And like always, can't wait to guys have it back here at Star Wars World Reviews.